In the news this week, campaigners launch bid to curb the government's counter-extremism plans. A date is set for the UK Supreme Court to hear arguments against the named person scheme, and Christian registrar Lillian Ladele has died aged 54. Hello and welcome to this week's news bulletin from the Christian Institute. This week, Britain's most unlikely campaign group, Defend Free Speech, was officially launched at Parliament. MP David Davis hosted the event, supported by the Christian Institute, the National Secular Society, the Peter Tatchell Foundation and other concerned organisations. Defend Free Speech opposes the government's plan for extremism disruption orders, or EDOs, which threaten to criminalise anyone deemed to be extreme. Speaking at the launch, MP David Davis spoke of the value of freedom of speech.
We must realise that free speech, as I say, is our weapon, not our enemy. And if we always believe that, in this place above all, we will win all of these battles.
Simon Calvert, campaign director for Defend Free Speech, explained why the campaign is vital.
What unites us, of course, is a belief in the importance of free speech and a determination to fight to defend it. And that is a right which will be diminished if the government gets its way with eradicating what it calls extremism in all its forms. Because, of course, they don't define what they mean by extremism. And instead they just propose an all-singing, all-dancing, free speech denying ASBO on steroids.
You can join the campaign by following it on social media and signing up to the email list. Visit defendfreespeech.org.uk for more information. The legal fight against Scotland's named person scheme is set to be heard by the UK Supreme Court on the 8th of March next year. 2 days have been set aside for the challenge, which aims to stop the proposals being implemented as planned later in 2016. A coalition of individuals and groups, including the Christian Institute, CARE, Times Trust and the Family Education Trust, launched the legal action. Scotland's highest court rejected their concerns earlier this year when 3 judges ruled that the scheme does not conflict with human rights or data protection laws. But a spokesman for the No to Name Persons campaign group said the case had to be taken to the Supreme Court. The Scottish Government's plans are uninvited, unwelcome and undemocratic. Mums and dads must be allowed to bring up their children as they see fit and not according to government checklists. You can sign the No to MP petition at notomp.org. Lillian Ladele, the Christian registrar who fought to protect religious liberty, has died at home of natural causes, aged 54. Miss Ladele faced a long-running legal battle supported by the Christian Institute's Legal Defence Fund, which went all the way to the European Court of Human Rights. The case started because she did not want to perform same-sex civil partnerships. She won her initial case against her employers in 2008 and told the BBC how she felt.
What's been going on is just not only about me, about others as well. So I feel lighter, at the same time delighted.
Sadly, subsequent courts ruled against Lillian, but they did accept that she had been mistreated by her employers. The Christian Institute's in-house solicitor, Sam Webster, spoke to Premier Christian Radio about how she will be remembered.
Well, I think she'll be remembered as a woman of enormous courage, somebody who was prepared to stand for what she believed to be right. She was a quite remarkable lady. She did the right thing, but she was able to do so in a very gracious and respectful way. And I think that will be her legacy and how she'll be remembered.
And finally, a former Premier League footballer who was addicted to gambling has spoken of blowing his monthly wages in just 2 weeks. Matthew Etherington, who played for Tottenham, West Ham and Stoke City, has now abandoned gambling but says staying away remains a battle. The former footballer told the BBC's Victoria Derbyshire programme about the extent of his addiction.
So £30,000 a week, on an average week when you were at Stoke, how much of that would you be gambling away?
It would all be gone within 2 weeks.
30 grand or 60 grand?
Month's wages.
Your month's wages gone in 2 weeks?
Yeah.
On the horses, on the dogs?
Everything, on casinos, dogs, horses, yeah.
Wow. How are you paying the bills?
I wasn't. And that's ultimately why I did stop in 2009 and I turned up at my house with my now wife Stephanie. My sister was there, my mum and dad, and they all sat around the table and they made me realise how much it was affecting them as well.
He said the combination of large amounts of money and time was a recipe for disaster. Etherington also explained that the problem meant he became a compulsive liar. However, after his family intervened, he stopped and in the following months was named Player of the Year at his club. He has been greatly helped by Gamblers Anonymous and has not placed a bet since 2009. Well, that's all for this week. For regular updates and information on all our stories, plus much more, visit our website at christian.org.uk. Until next time, goodbye.